All right, hi guys, it's Coach D. Really, my name is Coach Diavra, but no one can really say my name right, so yeah, let's just stick with Coach D because that's the easiest way to get to know me. So, I told myself I was going to start doing a little bit more vlogging, blogging kind of stuff about this wonderful world of gymnastics that everybody likes to keep very quiet and very reserved, but that's not me, so that's just not what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep it 100 with you, the highs, the lows, the fun stuff, the good stuff, what makes this sport great, and also what makes this sport a little bit ugly. So today I would like to talk to you all about camps, okay? So I know some coaches, some gyms don't like their kids to go to camps. Well, I do. I think it's a great way for my girls to be educated on working with other coaches and for them to not think that my way is the only way or that what they learn in our program is the best way of doing it. When I speak about programs, everybody has their own design, how they want to do it, the way that they set things up, which doesn't make it right and doesn't make it wrong. It's what fits their mold and the vision that they have for themselves. Oftentimes you find that coaches will say that, well, I don't do it like that, so it's wrong. Or because a coach is successful or has been successful that, I just don't think it works, so it doesn't. But with the generation changing, the kids changing, it is always good to see different things, different areas in different parts of the country. My girls to 2 or 3 camps a year, but I'm very selective in which ones I allow them to go to. That being the reason for me choosing which camps that they can, or I'm not gonna say can and can't go to, or should and shouldn't go to, is because as coaches we put a lot of work into their foundation and the training, and you know you don't want the work that you put in to go back because a kid is trying a triple back or a triple full. Now, depending on what level your kids are going, totally fine. So say I was working with a rec kid and I was a coach, I would definitely be like, go check out this camp or that camp, a camp that's fun, something that's geared to inspire them to continue doing it. Or if I had a kid that was at my USA level 10, but they were ready for a burnout, and because they had been doing so much intense training with me and then here and there and everywhere, well, let's go try something fun, something that'll get you out there, give you something a little bit different. But for me personally, I like different camps that cater to the needs of what I feel is molding the gymnast to be what I need them to be. So some of my top camps that I've definitely thoroughly enjoyed would be, and they're in no particular order, I'm just saying, I really enjoy Make It Right. That's, you know, if you're geared towards trying to be this elite gymnast and you want to understand the code for the coaches, is great for me to get in there and hear all these different drills and see what the national staff wants. Awesome. I think it's perfect because if you've never made it to a developmental invite or anything else like that, you get a great hands-on training from these different people, and the kids get to meet these people and, you know, be a part of this program, and they're so interested in, you know, giving you their knowledge, which I think is awesome. Because of me starting in my first couple of years, I mean, I knew how to do gymnastics, but at the same time, I was a lot more of a natural athlete. So my coaches didn't necessarily have to teach me how to do things or break things down for me. And so to see these people who are at this level, who have had such success with certain athletes, it was beautiful to go and learn that what I was doing was right and what I could do to be better. So Make It Right, phenomenal camp. It's work. You know, you look at the tension. I'm always attention to detail oriented, so it's very good to see that. And it's also good because sometimes we forget when you leave the athletic part of it. If you were never a gymnastics coach and you did cheer or dance, you forget or you don't know certain methods and technique to use, and they really introduce you to that. Another camp I really love is Shelly Stacks. She's intelligent, she's patient, she takes her time, she works through each detail for the kids. She also not only just teaches you the gymnastics part of it, but also the understanding of the judges part of it. Because she is also a judge, she can also talk from the aspect of, yes, you're training this way, but as a judge, I look at it this way. Be mindful of this. She teaches you how to connect certain things, and this is with your upper level gymnasts as well. She teaches you, you know, understanding different codes and what this means, and if I looked at this I wouldn't like this. And then she has some phenomenal coaches that she brings in on bars. My favorite that I've worked with is Ryan. My guy, he's so good. My kids love him. I swear he's like a master of bars, but that's my guy. So I really love Shelly, but out of all the camps that I've been to, she by far has the best dance instructor that I've seen. Now I'm gonna talk about some other camps that have some phenomenal dance instructors. I'm not taking it away, but when I say Daryl, that's at Shelly Stacks, The man knows his craft. He understands artistry. He works from the girls from a classical ballet training. I mean, he was in the opera, for God's sakes. Like, the man is genius, and I love everything he does. Plus, he's fabulous, and I'm all about a fabulous person. As you can see, I'm pretty extra. Check out the yellow today, and check out this new hair. Several videos I might look a little different, but so don't judge me. But yes, I love that camp. So Shelly Stacks, check them out. Like, she does a great job. And if you have any questions, she is humble enough to come and tell you, hey, I can answer this question for you. And she's honest enough to tell you, try it again. So she's another camp that I like. A third camp that I really enjoyed that introduces fun as well as some great training. They don't let the kids do more than they should based off of what you submit in as parents, as levels and everything. And parents may say their kids are a little bit higher. So coaches, if there is a waiver that you need to sign, make sure the parents are saying, hey, they're training. I mean, make sure the parents are writing out that this is the level that the kids are training, or just guide your parents, because really they just need guidance. My families are phenomenal. You know, they ask me, they trust me, they follow. We work. When there's a communication issue, we discuss it and we move forward from there. But coaches, if you're concerned about what's going to happen at a camp, just make sure you guide the parents and tell them, make sure they're here so they can work here or work there or however else, and do your research about a camp. But WOGA mixes fun and work, and I've always loved it. Plus, you work with some of the best coaches in the world. I mean, they have coaches from here, there, everywhere, and you know, they have had a solid program with several national team members, Olympians, champions, you name it. And the kids go there and they're big-eyed and wide because they get to meet some of their favorite athletes that they watch train, from flow gymnastics to watching TV to watching YouTube. And I mean, it's just amazing. It's an amazing group, an amazing environment. I've always had a good time. And I haven't been in the past, I want to say 2 or 3 years, because we've been trying some other camps, but honestly, I don't think much has changed. I think it's still a good time and great core gymnastics. So if you're looking for the kids to have a really good time and some nice core and learning and, you know, moving forward and having the right progressions, that's a great one to go to. What's another good camp that I really, really loved? A camp that I think my kids, my older girls, for the most part, had a really good time was Tampa Bay Turners. They had a big sleepover for the girls. They had skills that the girls were trying. They loved everything about, you know, just being in an environment where it felt very encouraging to try new things and not feel like you had to hold yourself back. I liked that they had a swimming area and they gave that as a rotation for the girls. I thought that was unique. I thought it was different. I know me as a gymnast, sometimes being in the gym can get boring. Even doing dances can be boring. But Tampa Bay had a really, really, really fun camp. So if you want to check out some of those camps, I mean, right now that would have to be my top 4. If I'm missing something, I'll come back to you guys later with a video. But make it right. Shelly Stacks, WOGAs. Oh, I know I did not just forget this. Let me stop. And my personal fave, like, if I was an athlete and I needed that attention to detail, structure, college, high-level gymnastics feel, perfection. I love Enrique Trevino. I saw his girls one day at a meet and their warm-up. I always tell my girls to warm up. It's the first thing that they see. First thing that you do when you step out on the floor, that's what people think of you. So you look good, you feel good. So you come in with your team warm-ups on, you look fly. You hit that floor. When you start, the first thing that you step on that floor and do, everybody's watching. And I guarantee you, when I watched that group, I fell in love, okay? The warm-up, me and my coaching buddy, Brianna, we're like, whoop. Brianna, you see them? Yes. So then we go watch. Meanwhile, our girls are over here sitting in a circle. You're joking, right? You're kidding me. Get up. So, whatever. Anyway, but long story short, I ended up walking over to the owner, Enrique, and talking to him about it. He invited us to his camp. We immediately took the paperwork, sent it to our parents, and our parents went. Our girls, our first group of girls that went were like, holy crap, it's a bunch of work. Awesome. But at the same time, we were newer into the optional coaching. And I think for us starting out, bars was a little bit different because most of the time they want to throw the women on beam, floor, you know, they always want to throw us on those events, but women can coach vault and women can also coach bars. So at this time, we wanted to learn a lot more about, you know, bars, and he does a bar bonus. So outside of their regular practice, they have an hour and a half twice a week, along with their week of training of just basic bars. Different conditioning and bar stations to do to warm up, and that took about 15 minutes. Then you went into your basic compulsory kind of kips, calves, hip casts, handstands, your free ups, your circles. That took about 30 minutes, and then, you know, the other one was just getting into other skills that you really wanted to work. And what I appreciated about it most is that he took his time. He made us feel like human. Sometimes you get around these coaches that have these high-level athletes or have done really well, and they looking at you and they got their nose all tooted up. But why? You're a human too. You weren't always great, and you don't always have great kids. Cut it out. That's just my take on it. But he was very open, very friendly guy. His wife, amazing. Luke, who was here at the time, he was amazing on vault. And so, you know, I really appreciated it. I didn't like coaching bars when I first started compulsories. I didn't care for. I would let Brianna take the lead on bars all the time. And then after, you know, going to Make It Right and Enrique, I figured it out, and I learned to love bars. And the craziest thing about this experience now, because I'm actually here now, which is the same outfit you saw me in, crazy part about it now is I love it even more coming here because I learned to love something else that I didn't like. Front tumbling. Now, I've gone to the ranch for developmental invite, and, you know, I've had those different people teach those techniques, you know, but the coach that we have on floor right now, I can't remember his name, and I hope he doesn't kill me, but absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. It was the energy. It's all about the way the coaches present themselves and how, you know, they teach, because some people have a lot of knowledge, and yet some people can get good results, but they're boring as all get out. You don't understand what they're saying, and you can tell that they sit on this high pedestal that nobody really cares that you're on. Like, climb off of it. I don't care if you were the president of Gymnastics. You still shouldn't act like that. Humble yourself. So it's been really nice to be a part of this whole entire camp process, and I strongly encourage allowing your kids to go. I think my kids have really learned how to work with others, how to communicate with other girls, because gymnasts, we get socially awkward. I never did, but yeah, most gymnasts get really socially awkward because they're in a gym with the same people over and over again, and it becomes this little comfort zone, this bubble, but that's not life. They need to be able to socialize, and I feel like going out to different camps, they get to meet different types of people, and I think it's very important for them not only to stay on the East Coast, not only to stay in the South, not the West, not the North, but I think it's good for them to go a little bit of everywhere. Everybody's different, and it definitely keeps you very open-minded. It makes you very receptive to people that you don't see on a regular basis. That, you know, there's only a certain look that's supposed to happen. I don't think there's only a certain style. They're all different styles, and you get to be, and you're able to tap into that and even open yourselves up to that. Because I know for me, I've definitely taken bits and pieces of everybody, but I'm still Diabra. I'm still Coach D. So with me learning what I've learned from everybody, I brought it all together to mold the little girls that I'm doing right now. And I'm still growing, and I'm going to continue wanting to learn. I'm going to continue to want to learn. And I'm going to check out some other camps with my kids in the future. But right now, those are my top 5. So you have Make It Right, Shelly Stacks, Perfection, WOGA, Tampa Bay. They're great camps. I'm just saying, you know, maybe you guys can drop it at the bottom and tell me what your favorite camp is. And also, that little like button over there, like. Better yet, just love. Anywho, like, subscribe, no negative comments, but if they're there, whatever. I'll just rebut. I'm a fighter. No, I'm kidding. I'm a lover, guys. Peace, love, respect. Step into your greatness. Remember to always believe in yourself. Give yourself a big round of applause. Give yourself a big hug and say, I love myself. And every now and then, pat yourself on the back and say, good job. Because if you don't love you, if you don't tell yourself good job, you may not hear it. But guess what? That's on you.